Okay, guys, you've seen this. Apparently, Lady Hussey, her name is. She quit the Buckingham Palace here. She resigned and apologised after a black charity founder said she was questioned about whether she was really British at a royal reception on Tuesday. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. This is not racism. Like, she's just making small talk. Oh my God. So it says here, uh, they shared a rough transcript of the conversation on Twitter on Wednesday. Fulani, so her name's, let's see, get her name right. Ngozi Fulani, like, nice British name. It's not like Catherine Smith, is it? So, here we go. So Fulani said, after identifying herself as British born, the person asked, where do you really come from? See, I get this all the time because, as you can see, I'm not completely white, right? My dad was from Bulgaria, and I'll show you here with the photo, me and the Hooters girls. This is when I was reasonably tanned, and I am almost as dark as the black women here. I've got that sort of Middle Eastern look. My friends always say, I'd fit into the Middle East because, I'm fairly dark. Especially when I get a tan, I'm pretty bloody dark. Like, I'm almost black. So I get this all the time. People ask, oh yeah, where you from? And they're just asking about your heritage, where my parents are from. And they're obviously asking the same thing here. That's why I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I've got personal experience of this, and she's just being difficult. Obviously, as soon as she speaks, you'd know that she's British born. She wouldn't have an accent or anything. I think I've heard her speak. She hasn't got much of an accent. Like, she doesn't sound African. So obviously she's just sort of thinking, oh yeah, I'm just making small talk here. So she goes, so then she presses, where do your people come from? So she's 80 years old. Come on, give her a break. I think she was 80 years old. Lady so and so, Lady Hussey, 80 years old. She's just making small talk. And when did you first come here? Well, that's I get that as well. It's like, when did your dad come from Bulgaria to Australia? If I say he's from Bulgaria, and it's like, this is just small talk, guys. Seriously. And they're just telling to it. It's like, it's unacceptable and deeply regrettable comments have been made. We've reached out to, what's her name, Ngozi Fulani on this matter, inviting her to discuss all elements of her experience in person if she wishes. No, she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to converse. She just wants to get on a bloody high horse and complain. And look, she's baiting him. Sorry, guys. I just clicked on an ad. Hope I can get back. Oh yeah, that's cool. Get rid of that. Look at her. She is baiting him. She is. I don't think even Africans dress like this. Come on, let's zoom in a bit. I don't think I've even seen an African. She's like a caricature of an African. She's got like the African lady earrings on, and she's got her dreadlocks and her flags. I think it's a South African flag. I think that is, and all these African little pieces. and then she complains when if someone asks her about her African heritage. Oh my God, this is so nuts. I looked at it and I thought, oh, racism scandal in the Buckingham Palace. This is going to be juicy. And this is it? Is this all we got? That she basically asked, where her parents and that were born? Just out of small talk, so she can, sort of say, oh, my parents are from Zimbabwe or whatever. And, Lady Hussey said, oh, yes, I know. People from Zimbabwe used to be called Rhodesia and blah, blah, blah. You have a little bit of small talk, and that's what they do. The royals just do small talk. They're not being racist. Oh, my God. So it'd be like if I turned up with I looked it up, the Saudi Arabian headdress. If I turned up like looking like this, and I had a blooming falcon on my arm with my leather glove, and somebody asked, oh, where are you from? I'd be, bloody racist. What do you mean, where am I from? I'm from Australia. It's like, yes, but you're wearing one of these things called what's it, a gutra. You're wearing a gutra and you've got a falcon. you're falconeering, and I'm not allowed to ask where you're from. Okay, all right. I've given up. I've given up because this is totally stupid. So anyway, Meghan and Harry's photographer wades in, of course, on unacceptable Buckingham Palace race storm as second guest accuses late Queen's lady-in-waiting of asking about his heritage. It's called small talk, dudes. I don't get offended by it. I have fun with people. People can't work out where I'm from. I've had people come up to me when I was in Paris, and I look a bit French, talking in French, asking for directions. I was like, well, mate, I'm a tourist too, guys. I don't know. I don't know. They got their map out and they're talking to me in French, thinking I'm a local. It's like, no, I'm not French. All right, well, I'm part French. We'll put it that way. I should do my heritage one day. I'm basically Southern European and French and German and Irish and Scottish, big mix, and Bulgarian. 48% I think I'm Bulgarian. So, she's 83. Lady Hussey, she's 83. Come on, she's in a different era. She does a small talk. All right, so this guy has waded in. Miss Harriman, close friends to the Sussexes. So, you just know which side he's going to be on. So this is a guy that said that he got questioned about his heritage as well. So, yeah, fair enough. He's an unusual looking dude. So he thinks, is he Indian, Pakistani? Just ask, It's good. It's a good conversation starter. And people ask the same thing about me. And it's a good conversation starter, and I don't get offended because I'm not a lefty snowflake. I actually understand that people are trying to have small talk. They don't know me from bar of soap, and they're just trying to initiate a conversation with me. Oh dear. If you're scared to ask people about these things, what's the world coming to? So anyway, guys, I thought I'd bring it up because I thought this is going to be really juicy, and it just turned out to be ridiculous. And I actually found lots of photos of Ngozi Fulani, and in every photo, she's trying to look as African as possible. Looks like she just got dropped out of a helicopter into England because she doesn't look English, does she? She does not look English. She looks like she just got dropped out of Africa, and I think she just baits people and then complains when they take the bait. And I cannot see any photos of her looking anything but, well, she looks like African royalty to me. Like, just like she'd be a dignitary. And, even against other black English people, she looks very much more African. It's like, hey, my friend from the African consulate in Zimbabwe or Nigeria or whatever has come to England and we're showing her around. So to me, this is what it looks like, and I think it's totally acceptable for Lady Hussey to say, oh, where are you from originally? She's not saying where she's from, because as soon as she talks, she'll absolutely work out that, she's obviously born in Britain, but she's trying to work out her heritage, because it's a conversation starter. That's all it is. It's not racist. I don't think people are racist when they ask where I'm from, or where my parents are from. What's my heritage? I don't think it's racist at all. I don't think it's racist at all. That if I say, I'm from, my dad was from Bulgaria, it's next to Turkey, it's heading towards the Middle East, that's why I've sort of got that sort of Middle Eastern look. I used to get pulled, especially after 9/11, I used to get searched all the time. This thing was funny. Did not get offended at all. I could have got really offended and saying, oh my God, you're just picking on me because I look Arab. And it's like, no. So here we go. I wanted to try and find a photo of her with Lady Hussey, but there is not one to be found. Okay, so I cannot find any photos where she doesn't look like she's proud of her African heritage and she dresses as such. And that's all it is. And people are curious what her heritage is, which country in Africa is. Africa's a very big place, and there's lots of countries there. So she was just making conversation. Poor Lady Hussey had to resign out of this rubbish. Yet to find a photo where she's looking very British. Well, can't see her in a pantsuit yet. Not seeing it. Scrolling. She makes herself look as African as possible, and then complains when people ask about which part of Africa she's from, or her parents are from, her family's from. Okay, is this with her family? See, if this is part of her family, or is this part of the sister space? I was thinking if this is part of her family, she's the only one that dresses like a full-on African. Come on, she's got dreadlocks. Anyway, guys, I think I've said enough about this. I think it's just absolutely ridiculous. Leave Lady Hussey alone. She's an old woman. It'd be like me asking her, you related to Mary Poppins? And she probably wouldn't get offended, but who knows? She looks a little bit like Mary Poppins, yeah. Oh, you related to Julie Andrews? Anyway, guys, I think totally ridiculous. What do you guys think? Leave your comments below, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.